Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Well, do you know what day this is? It's Friday. Yes, thank God it's Friday, TGIF, and we're all here together. Thank you so much for being along with us for this Friday morning. The name of the show is called The Coffee Hour, and we're going to be here for a whole full hour as we are every Friday at this time. We come into your homes, on your job, and we get together, have a little donut, coffee, and conversation. And we want to get you involved in the conversation too. We have a lot of people who are regulars to the show, so you already know what the show is all about. But for those of you who are brand new, well, we start the show just the way we do now. Now, if you're in a different time zone than we're on the Eastern time zone, so it's after 10 o'clock here. It may be something different, an hour or two different. All right, look at your clock because that's what time we come on in your area each week at this time. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, when we start the show, as we get started, and then I ramble along and get things going. In the meantime, you can start in the conversation as well. All you have to do is use your keyboard on your computer, your telephone, or your tablet, type in whatever you want to say. I will see right there on the big screen, and I will respond to it. That's what the show is all about. It's open forum, free exchange of opinions and ideas, and that's what's going to be all the hour long right here. So we thank you so much for being along with us. All of you newbies, as they call them, and I guess they still call them that today, young people. Well, you're going to get a chance to be with us too. As I said, use your keyboard and type in. You can type in whatever you want to type in, right? And if there's a particular topic you want to talk about at any time, starting right now, as a matter of fact, type it in. And of course, we'll try to get that conversation in and share your conversation with other people who are here. And so you ought to know we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram live. And any one of those three can get you right there. And we're all broadcasting all around the world. We're global. So anywhere around the world, no matter where you are, we can be picked up. And it's been proven because we had a lot of people calling from different parts of the world, different parts of the country and the nation. And they're all out there. And of course, if you have a friend, tell them about it, all right? If you're watching us on Facebook, tag your friends. You can tag this very show to their friends, and you will see that they will respond to it because they know who you are. And when they do, they'll click onto that tag, and it brings them directly to us right here. And they can join in the conversation because the more, the merrier. Now, you can type in as many friends as you want. It doesn't matter. Maybe just 1, 2, 3, or it doesn't matter. The more, the merrier. And if they like what they see, if they like what they hear, of course, they'll be here each week just like you, and they'll be part of the action just as well. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, I always encourage you to go onto our YouTube channel, go there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just don't go there and watch, subscribe to it. Why? Because first off, we like to know who's following us, how many people are following us, how many people subscribe to us. That helps us out a lot. And also, the second reason is that it gives you the opportunity to know that whenever we come online, or as much as post a video or some sort, it brings you an instant notification. Now, you may be online, you may forget about the show, and some people do. And the purpose of subscribing, when you get that instant notification, you say, oh my God, the show is on. Well, something's happening there. Click onto that notification and it brings you right and you can see it. You don't have to miss anything. It's just as simple as that. So we urge you to do that. We would love you to do that. That would be great if you can do that. And those of you who are watching us on Instagram, well, there's no need to worry about anything and there's no need to do anything extra. All you have to do is just keep telling your friends about it. Now, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube and Instagram, just like the people who can tag their friends in this show, you can do the same thing, maybe in a different way. And one of the things that I recommend is cut and paste the link to our website. Cut and paste it, send it to them, as many as you like, and they'll see that information coming towards you. towards them. And of course, they'll click onto it. They'll know it's coming from you, and they'll be here just as well. And they'll see what it's all about too. So we thank you so much for being along with us. We've got a lot of things planned on the show today. And of course, we always start off with information on sports. That's what we do. Brian Camp, who normally comes out of Charlotte, North Carolina, he's going to be here with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And if you have any particular questions, sports related, while he's here live, please feel free to ask him. You can do that. As I said, you can do it with your fingers. Just type it right in, and he'll get a chance to see it, and he'll answer all of your questions. And the only thing is that Brian is not coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina this week. He's coming off of a ship. He's on a cruise. Would you believe that? He's going to do the show directly from where he is. And I have a feeling he's in the Bahamas right now, but we'll find out when he gets here on exactly where he is. We're going to track him down exactly where he is. And of course, he's probably going to make fun of us because we're working here and he's out there and all he has to do is his sports. And then he goes back to his cruise. Now that's what I call living. Anyway, nevertheless, that's going to happen. He's going to be here. We're going to find out more about the cruise and about what he's doing and how much longer he's going to be on that cruise. I think up until Wednesday, but he'll be here. And again, if you have any sports related questions for him, he'll be here. And that's coming up in this particular hour. Also later on in the program, of course, you know, the weekend is upon us, is coming up. And as you know, we each week bring you movies. Now we take our picks of the week for your weekend. And this way we can relay them to you and keep you abreast of what's happening in the movie scene. Now, a lot of you like to catch up on a lot of things on the weekend. And one of the things may be catching up on movies. So I want to add to that, giving you a few movies that I picked up on Turner Classic Movies. And of course, you can make part of that your action. That's all coming up later on in the program. Remember, all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the opinions or the view of the people of the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, or any other social media outlet or broadcast facility. So with that being said, let's get the show started right now. And the way we do it is we lift up our cups, because what would the Coffee Hour be without a little coffee? So excuse me while I shoot up. It's good. Very good. We'll have some more later. You don't necessarily have to have coffee, though. You can have tea, have cocoa, orange juice, milk, whatever your beverage is. Just enjoy it with us right here. Okay, well, here we are on another Friday, and we're at another month right here. I guess you could safely say, I could safely say we're in the middle of June now, how fast it is gone. And the next thing you know, we'll be in the month of July. July 4th will be upon us. That's another holiday there. And summer is coming around the corner, which in our area, summer will start next week. I'll tell you more about that. But this month, we're celebrating a lot of things. Of course, you know, this month, first of all, we're celebrating National Portuguese Heritage Month. Now, all of our friends that live in Portugal or here in the United States who are citizens here, we want to celebrate with you. And there may be things that you know about what's happening in Portugal or celebrations that are happening here in the Portuguese area, in the community. We would love to know that so we can send all of our friends here, because we all want to celebrate with you. And if there's any history that's to be told, you can tell it right here. That's what this show is all about. Let out all of that good air and let the people know what's happening. So happy National Portuguese Heritage Month to all of you out there. Also, while we're celebrating, we're also celebrating Caribbean or Caribbean, however you want to put it, depending on where you're from, Caribbean American Heritage Month. And of course, again, just like for the people in Portuguese or Portugal, we would love for you to let us know what celebrations are surrounding in the Caribbean area, or maybe people are celebrating here in the United States, and maybe there are certain things that we like to know about that's happening this weekend. we could always send everyone out there and celebrate. So that's what we're going to be celebrating, a lot of things. You could make your rounds too. You could make all of your rounds, because I know here in New York, we're going to have pretty good weather. Tell you more about that later too. But in the meantime, as we celebrate Caribbean American Heritage Month, make sure that you give us all that information so we can share it with others. Now, if you ever run into a radio DJ or a club DJ, give them a salute and thank them for their service. You know why? Because we're celebrating National DJ Month too. And those are the people who had played records, broke records, got them on the air, introduced them in the clubs. So this is our month to celebrate National DJ Month. And of course, that's one of the things that we're going to celebrate. We can talk more about that. If you have any comments about that, feel free to talk about that as well. Also, we have African American Music Month. All right. Again, you don't have to be African American to enjoy African American music. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is have an open ear and listen and enjoy. If you like what you hear, you groove to it. Just as simple as that. But there are so many musics that fit into the African community. There's jazz. This is where it all came. There's gospel. There's R&B. And there's reggae. Of course, that fits in with the Caribbean month. There's a lot of things, and we all enjoy it together. So we're going to celebrate that too. It's great to celebrate that kind of music, African American Music Month. Oh, yes, indeed. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite particular tune that you enjoy? Let us hear it. Also, we're celebrating Pride Month. That's here too. That at the beginning of the month, it started here. There are a lot of things happening in the communities, the gay and lesbian communities, and there are parades, there are festive things that are happening. And if you know of anything that's happening in a particular community, let us know where it is so we can actually announce it here and share it with our friends here on the coffee hour. So we're celebrating that too as well. A lot of parades are coming on. I'm pretty sure the Fifth Avenue parade, somewhere along the way, if it didn't happen, which I don't think it happened yet, they're going to have a parade on Fifth Avenue, maybe up and down Broadway. Anyway, it's going to be one of those celebrations too, all month long celebrating. We're also celebrating National New Mexico Day. Now, all of my friends who live in New Mexico, okay, we want to celebrate with you. I know it's just New Mexico, but it says national. So all of us across the nation want to celebrate with you. And let's talk about that, and if there's anything you want to talk about as well, or if you didn't know about it or how it started, send your 2 cents in there by typing in and letting us know all about it. We also have, here's another thing, we're celebrating National Flag Day. But here in the United States, we just call it Flag Day. Now, the reason why, I guess the reason why they put National Flag Day, because you could celebrate any kind of flag, whatever your flag is that you honor. That's what this day is for. And here in the United States, we celebrate the United States of America, the American flag, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, should be respected. Lately, it hasn't been respected. I mean, when you do things like put it on a flagpole upside down, that's disrespect. So we want to override all of that and respect the American flag, because that's what they call Old Glory. So that's what Flag Day is. Now there's all kinds of flags. There's the Hebrew flag, there's the Black Liberation flag, there's the Italian flag, the colors with the red, white, and green. There's all kinds of flags. So whatever your flag is, whatever you honor your flag, what flag do you honor? Let us know. We would like to talk about it. That's a great subject. I mean, all around the world, everyone celebrates, and everybody honors their own particular flag. And people who even live in the United States, let's say, for instance, African American, right? We have the American flag in conjunction with celebrating with the African American flag, which is red, black, and green. Okay. And for the Italian Americans, that's the American flag and their colors and their flag, which is red, white, and green, and all kinds of flags, right? So that's what we're celebrating right now, National Flag Day, okay? Wave the flag away. Hey, here's something. I don't know. I don't have any on hand, but I just wasn't in the mood right now for it. But maybe later on, I'll have a great dessert. It's National Strawberry Shortcake Day. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. If you haven't had strawberry cake in a long time, which I haven't had in a long time, I think I'm due for it now since I haven't had it in such a long time. But that's what we're celebrating too for this day, Flag Day and National Strawberry Shortcake Day. All right. So get going. If you're headed out to lunch later on, not too far away, go out there and get yourself a slice of strawberry shortcake and kind of making a day for that. Here's a day that none of us are going to forget and none of us are going to neglect, because it happens this Sunday. It's a special day. It's called Father's Day. All around the nation, we celebrate Father's Day. Those of you who are fathers, we salute you with the right hand, the left hand, maybe both hands. And all of you guys who have their dads still around, take them out, celebrate with them, take them for dinner on Sunday. It's going to be one of those days that we celebrate Flag Day and Father's Day too, right? All at the same time. So happy Father's Day to all of you. And I just want to say that in advance because Father's Day is not until Sunday, but we're not going to be on the air tomorrow or Sunday. So this is a good day for me to just say it in advance to all of you because it's happening this Sunday. Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. And God bless you, fathers. Thank you so much for being along. If you're just joining us, of course, all you already know, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And of course, we're going to be here for the remaining of the hour. We're going to be here to the top of the hour. If you're just joining us, you're a little bit late, but it's okay. It's always better late than never. All right. We don't want to get to the point where it's never on your part. We want to make sure that if you're a little late, that's okay. But we're here with you and we're going to be with you up until, as I said, the top of the hour. With all of these things that we're celebrating, it's a good time to let you know that the weekend is a good time as ever to celebrate all of these things that we're celebrating today, all month long. It's all happening. Yeah, it is Father's Day. It's coming along. People just cramming to stores and getting gifts for their fathers. So that's the way it is. Anyway, we're going to be with you. Those of you who are going to join us in conversation, I would ask you if you'd be kind enough to give us your weather forecast, all right? Because we want to compare notes. I always do that. I always try to compare notes. Weather forecast, my weather forecast with your weather forecast. Everyone doesn't have the same weather forecast. So if you're living anywhere around the world, around the country, around the nation, let us know if you're going to join us in conversation. Give us a slide. It doesn't have to be a full-blown weather forecast. It can be just something simple as, maybe it's cloudy, 65 degrees or whatever it is, For those of you who live in New York, in the vicinity of New York City, don't have to worry about that because what we're going to do, I am going to take care of that myself. I will give you the local forecast in New York City. And it looks like it's going to be a good weather forecast for this weekend in New York City. So whatever outdoor activities you're inclined to do, I think you're going to be in a good order of it. It starts a little slow. It's 78 degrees. That's what we have right now, 78 degrees right now. And for the moment, we've got sunny skies and it's going to remain that way for a while. And the reason why I say it's not going to be a bad weekend because the weather forecast right now, it's going to be partly cloudy, but later on, partly cloudy this morning, but later on we'll have thunderstorms and becoming likely this afternoon, all right? Gusty winds and small hail, all that's possible, all right? So enjoy the sunshine right now for this Friday, and we'll get by it. And we'll have a high around 86 degrees today. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. That's good. And then tonight, take the umbrella with you if you're going out. It's going to be thunderstorms during the evening. We'll give way to partly cloudy skies, though. Now we're boosting up. Now we're getting there. And partly cloudy skies will prevail after midnight. We'll have a low near 65 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. Chance of rain will be 80%. And after all is said and done, tomorrow, Saturday, a mainly sunny sky. That's happening. We've got 81 degrees for the high. Winds will be north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And it stays uphill because even Saturday night, it's going to be mostly clear. Low 61 degrees. Winds will be north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for Father's Day, not bad at all. Not bad at all. No rain in the forecast. Generally sunny, despite a few afternoon clouds, but no rain in the forecast. Take your father out on that nice day. High will be 78 degrees. And so it looks good for the weekend. It really looks good for the weekend. We just moved up a notch. It's now 77 degrees and it's clear for the moment. I hope you enjoy it. Right now, we're going to go over, I was going to say Charlotte, North Carolina, but do I dare say that? No, because it's not happening, because Brian Camp is going to be around with us. As a matter of fact, he's with us right now, and he's going to bring us the latest developments in today's world of sports. And I see him right now, and he looks cool. I'm wearing a jacket, and look at him. Check him out. Check him out. Look at him. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. It is a beautiful day. Even though it's drizzling, it's a beautiful day. Yes.
Okay. Where are you now? Where is your ship now? Where are you?
We docked right in front of, in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we docked. Yeah.
So you're already docked.
Huh?
So you're already docked.
We're already docked. Yes. As of 7 o'clock this morning, we was docked. Yeah.
And how long you'll be there for?
I'll be here for like the whole day. We're gonna leave around 5:30 or so, and then we're gonna come back to Miami. And so, but right now it's been like there's a storm somewhere out here in the Caribbean somewhere. So it's affecting people in Miami, I was told too. So last night when I spoke to you, it was like we was in between Miami and the Bahamas. We had to make a little slight detour for emergency reasons, but we're good now. It's calm, the winds are calm, but it is a little slightly driven. It's 82 degrees going up to 84. So this is what we're going to get. It's a nice breeze though.
Well, it's ironic because do you know what today is? It's Caribbean American Heritage Month.
Yes, I heard. Yes, congratulations to all the Caribbean brothers and sisters all over the islands and everything. Hope everybody's doing well. And I want to salute to the DJs too. I know that this is DJ week or DJ month, but the reason why I want to salute to the DJs are the one, and they don't, and this is, I'm surprised you didn't mention this here. DJs are the one, when you're having a rough day and you want to come home and just unwind, there's always that DJ that's always going to put the right song on to soothe you down. You know, you don't know what kind of problems someone is having emotionally or disturbed about something, but there's always that song. For example, what's the song everybody wants to hear on Mother's Day?
I Always Love My Mama.
Isn't that the day where ones who don't have a mother, always that song brings back memories and it just relaxes you. You know, I don't think of sorrow. I don't think of sadness. I always think about the good times when I hear that song. Salute to the DJs because they always know how to play the right song, whether it's a love song, whatever song that comes to mind that has something meaning to you. Even country western music too. Also, these stations that have the DJs, it just brings back a flashback.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though, you know, DJs are not personable like they used to be. Times change. And I remember the days when DJs used to take requests on the radio and mention your name on the air. Those days are gone, but then that's another show, you know.
Yeah, that's a different era than back then.
Yeah.
And last night here, went down to the lower deck. They had disco night, and it just brought back memories. It was for an hour.
Yeah.
And what I love about the disco era, to me, other than Motown, I think is one of the best. What I like about the disco era, it brought ethnic groups together. We all been to the clubs during that disco era. You see every nationality, Latinos, Irish, Italian, blacks, they're all in that same one. I want to thank the Bee Gees. I want to thank John Travolta.
Yeah.
And a host of other, but that small era brought back a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they only lasted for a short period of time, you know. So
I'm going to do a show one day on that, pertaining to all of the great music back in the old days when people actually came together and had a good time. There was very little violence at that time, you know, and people just wanted to go out to the clubs and just have a good time and enjoy.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
I think about Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, where in Brooklyn, I'm talking about Brooklyn, where those ethnic groups just gather in on those one or two spots, and the ones in Manhattan too. So great times.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the DJs, but good morning to everybody out there who's tuning in, wherever you are around the world, globally, nationally, or locally. It's like, again, it's coming from the Bahamas. It's 82 degrees. It's a little drizzle. I'll be in the pool later on until it gets a little warmer, and probably have a virgin pina colada. Yes. I want no hard stuff. I want to enjoy it. So, but we're gonna get to sports. We're gonna some sad news in the NBA world, as you probably heard by now. Jerry West, Mr. Logo, Mr. Clutch, has passed away. We don't know the reason why he passed away, but his wife was at his side. He was one of the greatest ball players that ever played in the NBA. He is a 3-time Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's been inducted 3 different times. He's going to be inducted in, I think, later this year. There was a moment of silence. We lost 2 excellent players. A couple weeks ago, we lost Bill Walton. Now we lose Jerry West, and it was just, sad. But we want to thank Jerry West for all the things that he's done for the LA Lakers and several other organizations in the NBA, and he will be missed. He's a very great executive. But this day in sports, 1952, Boston Braves Warren Spahn ties a National League record with 18 strikeouts. 18. I think that's been broken since then, but at that time, that was a record. 1963, Duke Snider, the New York Mets in 1963, hits his 400th career home run. As you know, he played for the Dodgers. At that time, was the 3 great center fielders in all of New York when all 3 New York teams were here. The Yankees had Mickey Mantle, the Dodgers had Duke Snider, and of course, New York Giants, Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. 1969, Oakland A's Reggie Jackson gets 10 RBIs to beat the Red Sox 21-7. Sound like a football score. 3 touchdowns for the A's and 1 touchdown for the Red Sox. 1974, Nolan Ryan strikes out 19 Boston Red Sox over 13 innings in a 15-inning 2-1 win. Now, that was in the American League. I just said Warren Spahn did that for the National League, but Nolan Ryan did this in the American League. 1979, San Francisco Giants, Willie McCovey hits his 513th home run, is a National League lefty record for a left-handed hitter. They call him Big Stretch. 1985, Earl Weaver comes out of retirement to manage the Baltimore Orioles. Earl Weaver, you remember, was a very hot-headed manager. Some said Billy Martin was, but I differ. Earl Weaver will have his cap, and if he wants to get close in the face of from front of an umpire, what he'll take the beak of his cap, turn it around, and get closer into the umpire's face and let him have it. Yes, he's been thrown out a lot of times. So Nolan Ryan again becomes the second player to defeat all 26 teams. That's amazing because he played in both leagues. 1992, Ozzie Smith breaks Roy McMillan's National League record for being part of 1,305 double plays. Ozzie Smith is considered one of the greatest offensive shortstop to ever play the game. In 2000, Greg Maddox makes his 387 putout, breaking Jack Morris' record of pitchers. Birthdays, 1926, happy birthday to Don Newcombe, Major League Baseball World Series champion, National League MVP, and Cy Young Award, was born in Madison, New Jersey. Happy birthday to the late, in 1952, to the late Pat Summitt, Hall of Fame coach for the Tennessee Women's Volunteers. She was an 8-time champion, was born in Clarksville, Tennessee. 1961, happy birthday to Sam Perkins, played for NBA Folk, was born in Brooklyn, New York. 1968, happy birthday to Eric Murdoch, NBA guard for the Miami Heat, was born in Somerville, New Jersey. Happy birthday to tennis great, 1969, to Steffi Graf, who won 22 Grand Slam titles, was born in Mannheim, West Germany. And 1971, happy birthday to Bruce Bowen, NBA guard for the San Antonio Spurs, was born in Mercer, California. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports.
Okay, and all weekend long, I'm going to be glued to the TV as long as the Yankees are going to be playing, because they're going to be playing Boston this weekend. This is their first game together this season. And it's going to be interesting because we want to see what happens. Boston is in third place at the moment. Yankees, of course, in first place. And who knows what this may be a motivative situation for Boston playing the Yankees, because they hate each other.
They each other with passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And you know what? I forgot to fail to say, you might really, everybody should just tune in to baseball, because by tonight and tomorrow, basketball and hockey could be finished for the year.
Mm.
The Boston Celtics are up 3-0. They're going for the sweep tonight. And in hockey, which we don't talk about hockey enough, but I watch it, the Florida Panthers are up 3-0 against the Edmonton Oilers. So basketball and hockey is coming to a close real soon.
Yeah.
And then it'll be all baseball. And the Olympics are coming up too.
Yeah, the Olympics are coming up. Aren't they doing something now? They're doing like premier games or something like that.
Yeah, they're doing the I think they're doing the tryouts, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So they want to get the best people in there, and it's not going to be easy venture, because there are a lot of great people going out there. And so when the actual Olympics come up, I believe it starts the tail end of June, or I just read it just the other day. I think it's the
probably somewhere, probably in June into July, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It starts July 26th.
Oh, July 26th.
July 26th, August 11th.
Okay, it's a couple of weeks. Yeah,
it's a couple of weeks, and so there's going to be a lot happening. I mean, I think every sport under the sun is going to be represented.
Every country that you could think of is, so
yeah,
it's going to be fun. Security is going to be real high too, because of what's going on in the world. That war, we got two major wars going on right now between Russia and Ukraine, and also with Israel and Hamas situation. So
yeah,
you'll be very careful.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of nervous people, nervous players going out there. I mean, taking the situation of Brittany Griner, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the players and the athletes are thinking about that too. Just go in there with a clean head, clean mind, a sober mind, and stay on the up and up, But it was unfortunate, and as you're right, there are all of these things these aggravating sources with the war going on, and trying to wonder who's going to be the next president of the United States is nerve-wracking. The news, I don't watch the news, and I won't watch it this weekend. That's my rule. I don't watch news on the weekend. But these games that are coming on should like ease the pain a little bit, just take your mind off of these other aggravating sources. So I'm kind of glad for these games and these other programs that come on TV that make people laugh, to take away the moment of strife of all of these things that we're thinking about right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be careful wherever you go, especially even here in New York. You gotta be very careful now because I was watching New York news early this morning. Just because I'm out of the country, that means I don't know what's going on in New York. The governor was talking about group of people wearing masks on the subway.
Yeah.
And well, you could probably talk about that later.
Yeah.
And ask a question, and it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy. Sometimes it's enough to give you anxiety, and who needs that?
Yeah.
I know you want to go back and go into the pool and enjoy yourself. So
Yeah.
Your day here is over and you can go back. I'm jealous, but
Don't be jealous. I share all the love and fun for everybody.
Yeah, we can't all have the big time. I mean, listen, it's not that, hey, everybody, this is the time of the year where people going out and vacationing. My time will be here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But you enjoy yourself out there.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take care.
Next week.
Next week.
All right, take care. That's Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, enjoying himself in the Bahamas. It's a little drizzly out there, but they're going to get by. And I think I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to be there. I'd like to be in the Bahamas right now, downing a couple of margaritas, maybe a couple of shots of tequila. Well, not too much. Don't indulge too much because, you indulge too much, it takes the fun out of it. But, you get the idea. It's all in fun. And those great cruises, a lot of people go on them. I haven't been in a long time, but I guess my time is coming up. If you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. I want to say hello and good morning to Mary Reed out of Brooklyn, New York. Good morning to you. And Brian, I don't know if you're still listening. He's probably not listening anymore. Mary says enjoy the cruise. She did say good morning to you. But Mary, Brian wasn't able to monitor Facebook, so he couldn't see you. Usually he does. But since he's out on the ship and doing other things, it's not that way. Oh yeah, there he is. He just says yes. We celebrate Juneteenth. Yeah, that's another thing that we celebrate, Juneteenth, which I believe is on a Wednesday. I believe, yeah, that's coming up too. So there's a lot of things happening, and there you go, Mary. Brian just said good morning to you, which I think you saw that, right? So yeah, we got Juneteenth coming up. So many things happening in the month of June, and maybe your birthday is in the month of June. So happy birthday or happy bar mitzvah or whatever you're celebrating. We're celebrating everything this June. We got a whole long list of a lot of celebrations that are happening in June. Not too long ago, earlier, we had the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I think that was what, last week? Was it last? No, that was when was it? Last weekend? Was that last weekend or the weekend before? I can't remember offhand. I didn't go to the parade, but just to make things clear, I don't go to parades anyway. I used to go to parades. The only time I would go to a parade, let's say, for instance, if someone I know is visiting New York, and a parade just happened to be going on, and they say, I want to go see that parade, I would take them then. Hospitality goes a long way, and so you want to make sure all of your friends and family, when they come to see you, they have a good time. Yes, Mary, thank you. It was this past Sunday. It was last Sunday. I thought so. It was the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And I didn't go to the parade, but I could safely say it was a good parade because it's always a good parade. So colorful, so festive. I went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade one time, and folks, the reason why I don't go to parades, I'm not really into the crowds that much, when I was younger, I used to go to every parade, But there are so many parades that come in New York, and we always look forward to when they come around. You got the West Indian Day Parade, which is coming in September. You have the Pride Parade, which is coming in. I don't have a particular date. Anybody has a date on that? I can get a date on that to let you know here in New York, just locally. I don't know about in your part of the world, but if you happen to know of the Pride Parade that's coming up in your area, let us know so we can pass it along to others who would like to celebrate. So there's so many things to celebrate on the month of June, and it's just unbelievable, And then again, as I said, vacation time comes around and everybody's on vacation and everybody's looking forward to being out there and just enjoying themselves. And that's the way it ought to be, right? Again, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And those of you, I would ask you again, to tag your friends and let them know that we're out here. We only have about, 20 minutes to go in the show, or 19 and a half minutes, share a little bit of what's happening to the show, with your friends, let them come in, whatever's happening, okay? Right here on the Coffee Hour. Veteran political correspondent Howard Fineman, who spent 3 decades covering the corridor of power in Washington for Newsweek before becoming an analyst on MSNBC and other outlets, died Monday from pancreatic cancer, his wife announced on Tuesday. He was born November 17th, 1948 in Pittsburgh. Fineman joined Newsweek in 1980 and quickly began building a reputation as one of the country's most astute observers of the Beltway scene, and he was 75 years old. Now, she may be an original American Idol, but Kelly Clarkson isn't taking any seat at the judges' table anytime soon. While attending the 2024 Daytime Emmy Awards last Friday, Clarkson, who won the first season and the singing competition series in 2002, spoke about the possibility of joining the ABC reality show following Judge Katy Perry, who, as you already know, recently exited. And she said she can't do it because she promised her kids, and she want to spend as much time as she can with them as she possibly can. Yes, indeed. Bad Boy, Ride or Die. That's the new movie out, and that gave the box office a desperately needed jolt. But the action comedy cannot salvage the summer season by itself. Although the newest Bad Boys reunion, they got together once again, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, as Miami cops arrived on the higher end of the expectation with $56 million in domestic ticket sales. The year to date defect and actually grew more pronounced. And heading into the weekend, the ticket sales were 24% behind 2023, and now overall revenues and lagged to 26, according to ComScore. Some members of the Brat Pack, remember the Brat Pack? Yes, indeed. They unite and they reunite in honor of Andrew McCarthy's documentary Brats. That's the new thing that's out at the Tribeca Film Festival. Demi Moore, John Cryer, Ali Sheedy, and McCarthy himself, and more were all smiles as they posed at the premiere of Brat. The documentary debuted at the OKX Theater in the borough of Manhattan Community College in New York City last Friday. The Hulu documentary, which McCartney wrote and directed, includes interviews with Moore, Cryer, Sheedy, and other 80 stars in the Brat Pack. Denise Richards is returning to reality TV. How about that? She's returning to reality TV with her own docuseries. And the actress signed a deal with E! For a new reality show called Denise Richards and the Wild Things, seemingly named after the popular 1980 film that she did, and the 1998 film that she did called Wild Things. And the series comes 16 years after she previously done the show. And Denise Richards is the last show that she did was the Denise Richards It's Complicated, which followed her and her family and her divorced ex-husband, Charlie Sheen. Now, in the 30-minute episode, cameras will capture the ups and downs of Richards' life with her husband and her kids. So that's something to look forward to. And let's see, finally, legendary actor Dick Van Dyke has been in the business for more than 7 decades, and the 98-year-old actor just made history as the oldest actor who had won the Emmy. Now, he was shocked to find out that he was the oldest person to win the Emmy and nominated for the Emmy, a long-running television show awards show. And Van Dyke earned the nomination for his appearance on Peacock's Days of Our Lives, the old soap opera on NBC as well. And the soap opera roles was departed from the usual comic and musical roles that he usually does, like Mary Poppin and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Birthdays and entertainment, we have actress Yasmin Bleach. Yasmin Bleach, she's 56 years old today, and singer Boy George of Culture Club is 63 years old. Jazz musician Marcus Miller is 65 years old. Obie Benson, he was one of the original members of the Four Tops, no longer with us. He would have been 88 years old today. Actress Marla Gibbs of the Jeffersons, she's 93 years old today. Junior Walker of Junior Walker and the All-Stars would have been 93. Jazz musician Cy Coleman would have been 95. Actor Gene Barry, Bat Masterson would have been 105 years old. Actress Dorothy McGuire would have been 108 years old. And singer Burl Ives, also an actor, would have been 115 years old. So that's what's happening in entertainment as far as birthdays are concerned and the histories and everything that we have to offer you right here on the Coffee Hour. Now, those of you who may be celebrating birthdays personally yourselves, well, we want to wish you a happy birthday too. As a matter of fact, if you have a birthday, let us know when it is. And of course, we'll tell everybody about it. Now, those of you who may be celebrating birthdays in the near future, of course, you can get in touch with me in advance right now and letting me know when your birthday is. And of course, we will be glad to acknowledge that for you. Let me give you my email address and my telephone number, okay? My email address is Frank Allan Prod. Allan is spelled A-L-L-A-N. Prod is P-R-O-D. That's short for productions. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. Also have a telephone number. Anytime you want to call, you can leave a message at 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Now, as I said, you can get in contact with me to let us know when your birthday is or any kind of celebration that you may want to relate to all of us. We would love to share that with everyone. Or if you want to do something like talk about the show here, maybe you want to critique the show, maybe you have ideas about the show or anything like that, or you just want to say hi. Doesn't matter, you can do that too. Keep in mind that you can keep all of this information with you at all times, preferably in your telephones where you can get easy access to it, and contact us at any time that you like. So if you have a birthday, or if you want to talk about the show, or if you want to critique the show, and we do appreciate that you would like to critique the show too, because that helps us out a lot. No, we are not by any means thin-skinned. We'd love to hear what you have to say, just as long as it's diplomatic and we can move along. And we may not be able to grant all of your wishes, but we definitely listen to everything that you have to say. And of course, if you have anything to say about that, please feel free. So let me give you that email address once again. The email address is frankallanprod at AOL.com. That's frankallanprod at AOL.com. The telephone number, once again, is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. We always look forward to hearing from you, because we love you. And we hope that you exude that love back to us as well. Okay. Look forward to that. Ryan mentioned something earlier when he was on about, and he's right. You know, we are having problems in New York, and we're not going to sugarcoat anything because we're having problems not just in New York, all around the world. I mean, there are crimes everywhere you go. I don't care where you live. Even if you think you live in the most ritzy part of the country or the ritzy part of your city or whatever, there's crime everywhere. When you walk out your door, you have to keep your eyes focused ahead, in the back, on the sides, and everything to make sure that you're on the safe side. You have to watch out for your children and everyone. Now, he talked about that situation, which was unfortunate. On the subway, they had these people, and they were protesting, these anti-Semitic people on the subway with their masks and spewing out all of these anti-Semitic themes and trying to scare people. They're taking over the subways. They're out there, and there's so many things happening. Of course, this is due to the war in Israel, and this war has been on for a long time. The president of the United States says he doesn't see any solution intact. He's in Italy at the moment right now, you know, on the campaign trail, but he's in Italy at the moment. He should be on his way back home pretty soon, but he's making his rounds as much as he can and trying to deliver and trying to establish some kind of normalcy back into the country where a lot of people are afraid that we'll never get that back. But the only way we'll get that back is through your speaking, and your speaking is the ballot, which of course you will receive either in the mail or you go to your place of voting, wherever you vote, and just let the ballot do the talking, because there are a lot of things that are happening right now. There are a lot of things on the market. There are a lot of things that's out there that we have to deal with. And that's why when you go out there and vote, please do that and do it very, very cautiously. Be very careful before you mark that ballot, and make sure that you're thinking about what you're doing before you do it. You know, now you may not like either one of the candidates who are running, but the question would be, what are you going to do about it? You don't want to vote for either person. So what are you going to do? Because this is all we have. And so there are a lot of people that may say, well, you know, I'm going to stay home. That's your situation. That's what you think. Not a good idea. If you ask me, not a good idea to stay home. Especially you young people who are just starting to vote at the age of 18, just turned 18, and you have the opportunity to vote, you know, go out there and do it. So going out not to vote is not a good idea. So what are you going to do? You don't like either one of the people who are running for the presidency. What are you going to do? Think about that. This is all we have. This is the only alternative we have. One alternative we have is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., but I don't see that going anywhere. But then again, if you vote for him, there's a vote for Trump more. You know, I don't know if you want that or not. Many people do. Many people don't. But what are you going to do with the only two major alternatives that we have right now? What are you going to do? And if you're saying that you don't like either one of them, what are you going to do? One person, just for the record, guys, that situation that happened in Las Vegas when Trump was in Las Vegas talking out of his head incoherently, totally incoherent, talking about nothing but ranting and raving about boats, sharks, and batteries. No, I didn't get it either. All right. I don't know if you heard him, but he also said, and he confirmed it. I mean, we all talked about it, or all of us talked about it, and I said it many times. He doesn't care about you. And he confirmed it. He said it. He said it to you guys who are the Trump people. He said it. He said, I don't care about you. I just want your votes. All right. Now, I know a lot of you are going to, you know, say, oh, no, he didn't say that. He didn't mean that. He didn't. Oh, he meant it. He meant it. And if you don't believe what I said, please go on Google it. Google it. It was that the rally in Las Vegas that happened last Saturday. And he actually said it in the contents. And if you want to stomach the idea of watching that all over again in full, and then that's what you have to do. But I would recommend, if you don't want to, just type in and Google it. And this says something like Trump said that he doesn't care about you, he just wants your vote, and they'll bring that clip up. And that's exactly what he said. So those of you who give your money, your time, and you wait out in that sun on 115 degrees, maybe even lower than that. Maybe I'm just exaggerating, but it was pretty hot that day. People waited and waited for him to come out. They're sweating like bulls. And he comes up and tells you that, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. Think about it. Think about it. Think about this too. We have movies. Now, your weekend is coming up. For your weekend, I always take the liberty of coming out and bringing you movies that you may enjoy, because some of you, in conjunction of whatever you do on the weekends, you may want to brush up on some of your movies. So I'm going to add, this week I have 3. I'm going to add those 3 to your list of what to watch this weekend. And I think you're going to like it. So let's get started right away. Let's go back to 1963. Here's one of my favorite kind of movies. This is a black and white movie, a classic called Lilies of the Field, starring Sidney Poitier. He was my all-time favorite actor. And that comes on Turner Classic Movies. You can check it out Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a great movie. I think you'll like it. Lilies of the Field. I build the chapel. You build a chapel. Here's another one, The Winning Team from 1952 with Doris Day, Ronald Reagan, and Frank Lovejoy. The Winning Team. It's a baseball-related film, and I think you'll like it. They don't show it too often, so this is your opportunity to check it out. Turner Classic Movies at Saturday at 3:45 p.m. Eastern, and that's another black and white movie. Here's another black and white movie. Let's go back to 1950, and this is called Father of the Bride, starring Spencer Tracy, Elizabeth Taylor, and Joan Bennett on Turner Classic Movies. And that's on Sunday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. Great classic movies. Enjoy it. Put it all together. You know, add it to your bucket list of movies on what to watch or what to catch up with. Now, while you go on Turner Classic Movies, go there and check out the program guide, because with the 3 that I mentioned, they may be even more that you may enjoy that I didn't mention. And these are only my picks of the week. That doesn't mean the other ones are not good. You may see something that's recognizable to you that you want to check out. Please feel free. That's why I send you there each week, so you could check it out. And also, while you're on demand, you can see a lot of the free movies that are out there. There are a lot from A to Z. You can watch those right down the line and check it out. And on demand, you can watch a lot of great documentaries, children programs, documentaries. I did say documentaries. And also, you could watch Lifetime movies, see what's available there. And of course, sporting events too. If you're a sports person, they have sporting events too that you could watch. If you missed in real time, you can go over and check it out on demand the following day, sometimes without commercials. So you can check it all out. So all of you, check it out. I think you'll like these movies. I'm going to repeat them once again. Let's go back in time. 1963 is Sidney Poitier with Lilies of the Field. I build the chapel, you build the chapel. And that's on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I love that movie. I'm going to watch it too. It's 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, Lilies of the Field with Sidney Poitier. Then you have The Winning Team with Doris Day, Ronald Reagan, and Frank Lovejoy. And that's coming on Turner Classic Movies. That's Saturday at 3:45 p.m. And then finally, another classic, Father of the Bride. This is the original Father of the Bride. This is not the one with Steve Martin. This is the one with Spencer Tracy, Elizabeth Taylor, and Joan Bennett. And that's on Turner Classic Movies. And there you go. And that happens on Sunday. And it's a reasonable hour. And all of the times that I'm giving you is Eastern. Sunday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. I hope you get a chance to enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you will enjoy these great movies. And that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here because my weekend is officially underway. And so with that being said, I want to say a happy Father's Day to each and every one of you for the weekend. Join us back here next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Talk Back Live. Brian Camp will be along with me with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. Of course, he'll be back in his own studio at that particular point. And so we look forward to seeing you then. And then come back here next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the Coffee Hour. Brian Camp again with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. We look forward to seeing all of you at the time. Mary, everybody who's watching, thank you so much for being along with us. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. And we'll see you soon. Take care.
You've been watching the Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Coffee Hour.